Guys, I'll need your eyes. Today we're going on a fire ant queen hunt, and you might be able to win a special prize. Welcome to the AntsCanada Ant Channel. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC family. Enjoy. For those of you who are wondering about this colony's epic avatar-themed floating mountains paludarium discussed in last week's video, I'll be getting to that in a sec. But guys, for today's video, feel free to get comfortable and relax, because this video is another one of those super relaxing, drama-free, and strangely satisfying ant-watching videos, which I know a lot of you guys love. I know I love them. But guys, I'll be needing your eyes to help me find the queen ant today. I personally failed to find her while filming this, but perhaps you guys might be able to. Because in the past, to my surprise, some of you have proven to have the sharpest of eyes at queen spotting. Like when some of you spotted this fire ant queen here. So why don't we make this a fun game? How does this sound? If one of you manages to spot the queen somewhere in this video, leave the timestamp in the comments. And if you're correct, you can be chosen to win a free AC ant farm from AntsCanada.com. How does that sound? Alright, let's begin. So if you're just joining us, this is my pet fire ant colony called the Phoenix Empire, with hundreds of thousands of ants now, and they're scheduled to move into a massive terrarium that I'm working on with all the subscribers of this channel. That is avatar themed, complete with floating mountains and bioluminescent decor. As an update on that, I'm currently waiting for more materials, decor, and the floating mountains to be constructed, as well as trying to research what the best combo of aquatic life is for the water portion of the paludarium. But once the colony moves into this massive terrarium, I won't be able to spot the queen again, whose name is the Ember Empress, whom we've watched amass this entire empire of ants from day one. And so every day now, I've been trying my best to find her before the colony's great move into their avatar paludarium, where we definitely won't be able to see her again. Is it strange to say that I actually miss her? It's been almost 5 months since we last spotted the Ember Empress, when the colony moved out of their founding test tube and into their first soil ant farm, after which we never spotted the Ember Empress again. I sometimes would be paranoid and question if she was actually still alive. So this week I had a plan. I suspected the queen was hiding somewhere within the largest body of soil of their setup, here within their AC outworld. She could have possibly also been hanging out in the colony's AC ant tower or their hybrid nest mini, but no matter how hard I tried to look, I can't seem to spot her in these sections of the setup. So my plan then was to take this AC plug, attached to some smaller tubing, and block one of the exits from the outworld, which would then make this exit the only way in and out of their outworld. Then all I needed to do was pour a little water slowly into their outworld, not enough to cause a flood, but just enough to get them into a rain response, and have the colony move out of their outworld and into the other dryer nests through this tube. My 4K macro camera can go right in at ant level, so we too can be like the fire ants hanging out among the empire through this whole emigration process. So the water has been added now, and the fire ants are starting to move much more quickly, with greater urgency as they enter the rain response. And hopefully we'll be able to see the queen move out along with the rest of the colony, crossing our fingers. One of the first things you'll notice is that the fire ant workers are of different sizes. This is a quality called polymorphism, where this species of ant has different sized workers. Some are smaller, specializing in general tasks, and great with caring for smaller babies, which you'll see a lot more of coming up, as well as really large worker ants, called majors and super majors, which specialize in defense and cutting food items or digging. There were several times in this video where I thought I had spotted the queen, but they were really just super majors. Now at first the colony seemed to be confused as they started to bring some brood inside the outworld, towards the water, which I found to be a bit strange. Perhaps some of the brood in other areas were dry and needed the moisture, but in no time, the colony began moving, the whole colony, in the same direction outward. Isn't it just satisfying watching them move the brood? I don't know, for me it is. It's strangely relaxing and hypnotic. I can literally fall asleep watching them like this. And I admittedly dozed off a few times while filming this video. Feel free to doze off anytime too. I won't be offended. What I find super cool about watching the ants like this is that I can really appreciate how the entire colony is in sync. There's a sort of synergy going on, a hive mind some call it, where the ants act as a super organism. Singly, the ants are cool, but to really appreciate the brilliance that is the ant, I feel you need to step back and watch them act as a whole colony. The colony, in its entirety, is the organism, the animal. And each ant is simply a part of that constantly growing, flowing, eating, reproducing animal. Kinda like cells of a body. In fact, as you may have seen in one of our recent videos, where I isolated a single ant from its colony for 12 hours, it pretty much stopped moving entirely and went dormant without the rest of the colony to give it purpose. An ant colony is truly a super organism. Okay, the brood is being transported in greater quantity now. What's also interesting is that, like nerve synapses in a human body, the ants also have a communication system that binds them all together. It's pheromones. Basically biochemicals produced by glands in their bodies, which deliver specific messages. It's all automatic, instinctual, and very effective, particularly within a huge operating colony, like the Phoenix Empire here. Once water is dropped into the outworld, it's only a matter of seconds before the entire colony is informed, and this rain response occurs in full effect. Pretty cool to think that the ants have their own version of the internet, only it's via biochemicals floating about, and not Wi-Fi signals. Okay, the ants are trying to bury my camera lens. No! They're so clever, they don't want us to see their queen. Okay, I'm going to speed up this footage just a little bit, but not too much that we can't see the queen in case she whizzes by. But do keep those eyes peeled, and enjoy the ant watching. Did any of you guys spot her yet? Let me know. Let's keep watching. Wow, look at the size of that super major. So neat seeing these tank-sized workers. Actually, at one point, a super major came right up to inspect my lens. Yikes! Imagine being their size and being cornered by one of these massive soldiers. No thank you. Now I'm actually not sure why the ants are deciding to pile soil and debris up against my lens, but at least we can still see the traffic passing by. The good thing is, these ants haven't tagged my lens as an enemy or intruder, so they're pretty calm and aren't blocking the way much. So at this point, I noticed that the colony was no longer transporting brood, which meant that either there was no brood left to transport, which I found very unlikely, or that the colony had decided there was no longer a need to move, and that the water level wasn't really a threat. So if by now you guys haven't spotted the queen, to me that means she's still in the AC outworld and dry, and staying put, or she was actually indeed hanging out all this time in the Hybrid Nest Mini or AC Ant Tower. Alright, I'm gonna let this run for a bit longer for you guys to watch and enjoy. And maybe the queen will appear for us if she hasn't yet. Okay, and that concludes today's ant watching video. Did you spot the queen anywhere? Let me know if you did, but I think today's just another one of those days that she's eluded us. I could be wrong, as it's happened before. But if not, hopefully we can spot her next time. Thank you guys for watching and making it this far, as this video has been running for a long time now. Do stay tuned for more updates on this colony's future Avatar-themed paludarium, and we'll see you next week. It's Ant Love forever. AC family, did you enjoy today's relaxing ant watching session and queen ant hunt? So much is ahead for this fire ant colony, so if you haven't yet, do smash that subscribe button and bell icon now, and hit all so you get notified at every upload, because I think notifications are broken again. Also, don't forget to hit the like button every single time, including now. It would really mean a lot to me, guys. Thank you. AC Inner Colony, I have left a hidden cookie for you here if you would like an update on some of my other ants and critters in my ant room, as it's been a while since I've updated you guys on them. So go check it out. And guys, did you know that it's anting season in the Northern Hemisphere? And you don't even need to leave your home to start an ant colony. You can catch pregnant queen ants from the safety of your own backyard, balcony, or open window starting this month. Be sure to visit AntsCanada.com for all your ant keeping and collecting gear shipped to you in a special package from our ant-loving facility in the USA, so you can get the most out of your ant keeping experience. We ship worldwide and also offer full email support if you need our help. We also have a helpful forum and ant colony trading marketplace on the site. Visit AntsCanada.com today. And now it's time for the AC question of the week. Last week we asked, why do the floating mountains need to be hollow? Congratulations to Yitzhak Hassin, who answered, so the ants can live in them. Congratulations Yitzhak Hassin, you just won a free ultimate ant keeping handbook from our shop. In this week's AC question of the week, we ask, What are pheromones? Leave your answer in the comments section, and you could also win a free Ultimate Ant Keeping Handbook ebook from our shop. Hope you can subscribe to the channel as we upload every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to help us keep making more. It's Ant Love forever.